Good morning everybody, welcome to Halloween, or more specifically Halloweek. Today I'm just going to be doing a little baking video. We're going to be making chocolate cupcakes. Oh, and I forgot actually one ingredient. You can prepare all the time in the world, but you always forget something. Anyway, just put that there and there. So yeah, today I'm going to be making little Halloween cupcakes with a difference. You can either make these just as the cupcakes, or you can make them like little witches' hats. But these cupcakes are going to have, when you're going to bite into them, they're going to have blood seeping out of them. So let's start. First of all, I am going to get a big bowl, because I forgot that. Get your bowl. So we're going to start off with 100 grams of flour. I've already pre-sifted this. 140 grams of caster sugar. 20 grams of cocoa powder. A teaspoon and a half of baking powder. I love these little sachets that you get. One sachet is equivalent to 1 teaspoon. So just put that in. Pour it all down myself. And I'll put a half of this in as well. That's roughly half. Put that there, I'll use it for something later no doubt. And also 40 grams of butter. I am using one that has thankfully already got the 25 grams measure on it. So I just have to cut off an amount. The thing with bacon that I find is that you don't have to be, I could be wrong, but I find that you don't have to be exact. So just pop that in. And then you just need to beat everything together. If I can find a spoon. Here we go. With a spoon. I forgot to say as well, you need to turn your oven on to 180 degrees. There we go, that's 180. At the moment you can see it's kind of just like a jumbo of everything. So we're just going to mix it all together and beat it all together so that it forms sort of like a sand consistency. You're best to leave your butter at room temperature, just for it to sort of melt a bit, because otherwise this job is going to be a lot harder. Once that's done, you're going to want to get about 120 milliliters of milk and also 1 egg. And I'm just going to use this bowl here. And you just want to pour the milk into there. And then just mix it all together. And then just start to pour that into the flour mixture. Don't pour all at once, just bit by bit, so that it mixes well. Now, once you're mixing this, if you are using a electric whisk, then you're best to turn it up to a higher speed. Unfortunately, I can't turn my arm up to a higher speed. I really wish I could. It's so much useful. But you can start to see this is starting to come together now. Starting to look like a chocolate mixture. And then once that's all combined, you're going to want to get some paper cases. I got these cupcake cases from Asda, and you can just see there's little green spider's web ones, and also in the bottom exactly the same but in black. So I'm just going to put out some of these. And you're just going to want to start to spoon the mixture in to the cupcake cases. So I'm actually going to get one of these spoons, would be better. You're going to want to fill the cupcake cases probably about 2/3 full. And then you're just going to want to pop these in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. Now, while they're away baking, what you want to do is you want to make that blood effect. Get some lemon curd and some red food colouring, and we're just going to mix them together. And we're just going to spoon out. I don't want a lot of this. How much of it do I want? Maybe 2 or 3 tablespoons, or dessert spoons rather. Just going to mix it all together. Now this will be, it does start off as kind of like a goopy thing, but if you mix it, it's not so bad. You can of course just use jam for this, it would be much easier, I've just thought that. But this will be a bit different, unexpected. You just want to put in a bit of food colouring and mix it all together. Looks a bit like brains now, doesn't it? But we're going to get blood, we're not brains. No, not brains. We're going to get blood, not brains. So you can see it kind of becomes like a, yeah, slight like gooey consistency. What you're going to want to do is, once the cupcakes are done and they're out, you're going to want to cool them for about maybe 10 to 15 minutes, just so that they're just cool to the touch. Then you're going to want to either carve out with a teaspoon, or if you've got an apple corer, even better, just going to want to take out the middle bit of the cupcake. I'll show you what I mean in the video. And then, but make sure not to go all the way down to the bottom, because otherwise it'll seep through the water. And then, once that's done, just pour in that mixture into the cupcake. So when people bite into it, they think, oh, it's a cupcake that's bleeding. How Halloween is that? And then once all your cakes are baked, what you want to do is to roll out some icing. I'm just using regular white fondant icing here. And then get one of your baked cupcakes. Let's choose this one. I'm going to take the paper case away from it. This one's lost its bottom a bit, but that's okay. We're not panicking. We're then going to put it upside down in the middle of the icing. You're probably going to want, I bought ready rolled fondant icing. Does it say how many? It's 450 grams I bought, and per one cupcake it's about half the icing, so they're considerable size. Grab some marshmallows, and can be any colour that you want. Pick a marshmallow and put it that way up on top of the cake. Now you are free to, it might be better at this stage to put a bit of jam underneath it to make it stick if you're worried about it sliding around, but if not, just do what I'm doing. And then you're going to very tightly wrap the cupcake up in the icing. So you want to really get into the sides there, and then up and over. That's perfectly fine if the icing is more than the top, if that makes sense, because you're going to want to create a little nib at the top for the witch's hat. Feel free to pack it all in quite a bit. You can also take away the sides because they will be used to create the brim of the hat. Worst comes to the worst, if you take away more than you thought you did, you can just roll it back in, so it's fine. Try and make the bottom more of a circle if you can. And then with the extra icing that you've got, just roll it in between your fingers. Feel free to actually break it in two, that might make it easier. Roll it in between your fingers, measure it around the hat. That's roughly about half. Just going to roll it a little bit more. And that's a bit better. Do the exact same with this one. Roll it a bit more. And you're just going to want to flatten it so it creates a sort of brim. Again, it's absolutely fine to keep moulding whatever hat shape you want. There we go. And that is a witch's hat. Now obviously you can leave it white as it is and be a white witch, or you can paint it black. If you are using food colouring to paint it black, I recommend using a paintbrush, because if you get it over your hands it's very, very sticky and messy. Alternatively, just buy black icing, it might be a lot easier. But yeah, little witch's hat.